Yeah, she posted.
Alright, we're live.
Awesome.
I'm gonna have to figure out why it's resetting all my stuff back to how it was. It's really annoying to have to reset everything up again this week. And it's the old overlay. Noisy made us a new overlay, and I had it set up to be on there, but I don't have time to reset everything up. I'll do it for the next series though.
Alright. Well, hello. Welcome, everyone.
Yep, how's it good? How it going, guys?
Welcome back to week 3 of League of Steel. Today's matchup is going to be Lunartic Fringe versus Crazed Gaming. Vanek is all ready to start this.
I'm ready as well, since everyone took so long to get ready. We can start it up.
Alright, I'm excited to jump right into this. For Lunartic, we have Hulk, Obnoxious, Requiem, and Sylvanek versus Crazed Gaming of Demonic French Toast. He's Indestructible, Jags fan, and Symphospha. Versus the face cam boss.
Who said that?
Sylvanek in chat. We gotta show the gameplay. I got an unable to join. Waiting for a match in progress.
Are you serious?
I wish I was joking. Unable to join.
It shows you're in here. I'm not the leader, so I can't end it. And my screen's all glitched up too. Okay, now it's starting. I'm just gonna let him roll. I can't end it, so I don't wanna.
We'll just keep going with it. They're going. I'll just watch the stream and commentate like 30-second delayed or whatever.
Yeah, it'll have to work for this round. But anyways, looking at this on paper, huge favorite for Lunatics in my opinion. Like talent-wise, on paper it should be an easy sweep for Lunatic. If they don't do that, then that'll be interesting.
I gotta say, there has to be at least. I'm now loading the game again. This is the weirdest thing in the world.
Are you observer?
I don't know, but I want to quit my build so I don't get into the game.
Okay, that's so weird. Yeah, so for Crazed Gaming, they've been struggling already, and they haven't really made any team changes since the first week. They're 1-9. Meanwhile, Lunatic started out 0-5, but then they made a couple of big roster changes. Actually, 3. They traded for Sylvanek. They picked up Requiem and Hulk. So they went from the lower half of the league to top of the league as far as on-paper talent goes, in my opinion.
Definitely. So we gotta see if Crazed Gaming has any chemistry there that could help them. But just looking at the score, right now, it's pretty much 70 plus seconds of uncontested hill.
It's not even really a fighting for the hill, almost. The fighting's all going away from the hill. Like, I'm sitting on Sylvanek's point, but nobody's even making it to the hill to contest it. And that's just what happens. Halo's a game of talent first. Everything else kind of comes afterwards. That's why you get some kind of ego kids. Because if you're not individually talented, then it's hard to make everything else click. All the chemistry, the communication, everything else. You can have the best chemistry in the world, but if the other team just have better talent, they'll usually win in this game. Some games aren't like that, but in this game, Halo, it is like that.
Kill. You're on a roll.
Unfortunately, that is the case for Halo. Just the teams that just individually just shoot well, play well. Chemistry will kind of come second nature with callouts, and it's really positioning. But if you have the positioning but you can't hit shots, then it kind of falls short.
Yeah, so if teams are evenly balanced, even if it's like in SBS, we kind of balance teams equally based on skill, right? So then chemistry becomes really important. Teams with better chemistry, because it's somewhat equal skill levels on all the teams. So if you get that chemistry and communication and all that stuff top notch, then it makes a huge difference. But in this league, where people are trying to get the high talent first, the teams that picked up that high talent are going to have an advantage automatically.
So I want to take a look over here. What are the bounties for this week?
What are the what?
The bounties.
Oh,
We have some team bounties. Sudden death, win a game of CTF in overtime. This is not going to be applicable for this game. No scope, no problem. There's no sniper, I don't think, on this map. So that's not there. Close and personal, as a team have the shortest average kill distance of all 6 teams in week 3. What is the shortest average kill distance?
So, are you asking right now what's the shortest average kill distance, or
Just what that means in general.
so that's that you won't find on the Carnage report after the game, but on Halo Data Hive they have that stat, and we have it. We've been tracking it to see which players have the closest and furthest average kill distance. It's an interesting stat, and you can kind of tell how people play by that stat. Like aggressive players that you think is more aggressive, you can see their average kill distance way up close compared to some other players. So it's interesting to see that stat.
That is pretty awesome.
After this game, I can jump into the stats and see what it's looking like so far for these two teams as far as average kill distance goes.
I didn't even know that was a stat I wanted until now.
Yeah, and another stat that I'm going to add is average kill height difference. So it tracks where you are compared to the person killed on average. It keeps track of that. So see if you usually have the high ground, if you're on equal ground, if you're low ground, how you play, which is also another interesting stat. And already looking at that stat, you can see the people with the average, people who do really well have a very high average height kill difference. Like they always have a high ground. It's based on their stats, which makes sense. I mean, everybody's always heard that since they were a little kid, you know, high ground advantage.
I have the high ground.
Yep, just like Star Wars.
That's immediately what I thought of.
But that doesn't. Now the average kill distance is different. Now there's some really good players who have a high average kill distance, or average kill distance, and there's some players who have a really short average kill distance who are still really good. So that's more of a playstyle thing than a skill thing.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas the average height difference, from the looks of it, what I was looking at is that is just based on the better players have better positioning, better high ground positioning, and that's why they do well.
I wonder,
Halo is a
like,
game position.
it is. I wonder, like, when they make that jumps versus, like, being on, like, here at the top of the map on the bottom. Obviously, a jump is not going to be
Got
that
5 minutes
distance,
left.
but how it's going to, like, quantify that. Like, if you jump, does that mean you have the high ground?
Well, I mean, it's just your average, so it's not like it's a very high number, like kill this average height kill difference or whatever.
kill.
You know, it's not like you're way above people, but I think it does count for wherever you are when you shoot. But it counts everything from the whole game, so it doesn't count each kill, just like the average.
I gotcha. Yeah.
So it's hard to tell exactly how they. But yeah, kind of as we expected on this one, it's starting out pretty rough for Crazed Gaming. Now with only 1 week left to make any team changes, I don't know if they're planning on doing that or not. Or if they just plan on trying to ride it out with the team they have. But right now, Lunartic Fringe is clearly
That looks pretty good.
head and shoulders above. And this is a map that they probably haven't practiced a whole lot, talking about Lunartic Fringe, with the exception of Sylvanic. These other players never played our settings before, our maps.
But
That's
kind
the
of what
match.
you said
Victory.
earlier, like Hulk here, he's just keeping the high ground. He's on the top catwalk area, just putting shots down on everyone.
Yeah.
That's what he needs to do.
On that map especially, Sylvanek was playing the hill. These Louise 195 hill points for him. Let me get you back in here real quick. Did you get my invite?
I did. I'm back.
Give you a leader real quick.
And all my bookmarks are fixed now. Weird.
Could you put observer back on, please?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm on the stats right now, and the average kill distance I have between these two teams, not the whole league, but just between these two teams, from the prior 2 weeks, you can see kind of what it's looking like. Jags fan, he indestructible, very short, 2.72, 3.28. You don't see those numbers very often. Most of the numbers is between 6 and 8 from the whole league. With Obnoxious having 8.37 and for Lunartic and Requiem having 6.78. So you can see kind of a difference there in their style. And it's noticeable, like you got aggressive players. You can see their average kill distance. But obviously we won't be able to see that until after these games. Who has the highest?
That's interesting.
But
Now, there will be a sniper on this map, so have each member of the team get a snapshot kill in a single game is a possibility.
yes, it is.
And it's also, in a game of Bomb Guard, get 4K damage or more is a personal bounty for these players to up their prize pool for steal.
Yep, so that to me, if Lunartic wants to go for these, I feel like they can get those. I feel like they can play at their speed, so they don't have to win right away if they want to get those bounties first. But I don't know if they're going to do it. They might just, the last game, they just did everything to win real as fast as possible. We'll see how they do it this game.
We'll see. We'll jump right into it.
Hopefully you don't lag it out this time.
I'm really hoping I don't.
Whatever happened. So right now, looking at the stats, Nova, Crazed Gaming has the shortest average kill distance, and Equinox has, Mind-Boggling, and Equinox are very close, but Mind-Boggling has the longest
Get mean, Spartan.
average kill distance.
This is a
And
song.
it's about a 3-point difference.
No, I got to loading game, and that's as far as I got. You're in it, I see.
Yeah, I mean, it's not letting you in again, huh? I might have to reset it again. That's-
New ball.
Yeah, connection loss. I've been disconnected from the local. That is so weird.
It's another Forge map. So
Center of attention.
I don't think we'll practice this that much. The only team that's done
Predator.
a scrim so far is Rain and who did they? And Nova. It
We
was
got
Rain and
the
Nova.
ball.
They did a scrim yesterday. Rain's new team looking pretty strong.
We got the ball.
Did they get
Starting out
composure?
close this game.
I know
They did
there's
get composure, yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be.
It's a big. And I was just playing with composure. He hasn't lost a beat. He's still
Ball incoming. New ball.
just as good as he ever has been. With this game, starting off pretty close actually. And Crazed has control of the sniper.
Enemy's got the ball.
He and Indestructible playing on that high sensitivity. Jeez Louise, I can't keep up with where he's looking.
Ball
That is
incoming.
very high.
New ball.
I can't play that high sensitivity on Halo. In other games, I'll crank it up pretty high. On Halo, I have to have it a little slower.
I found a very nice sweet spot at 2 and 2.
Perfect kill.
That just
That's
worked out
double.
for me.
It's almost like both teams are just going for slays, barely pushing the ball. Lunatic's made a couple plays with the balls, but mostly just going slay for slay, and it's nearly even, 12-13.
I wonder if that's just for the bounties for the 4K damage.
That's what I'm assuming. Because they don't even, I'm sure they could be playing the ball more if they wanted to, but they're not. Lunatic taking a slight lead now, 17-14.
But I gotta say, just for starting off, Crazed Gaming, keeping up pretty well with the slays.
Yeah, they're not doing bad. Which they also benefit from getting those personal bounties as well. Even if they lose, they can still get the personal bounties. So, and even if they lose the season,
10 seconds to sniper rifle.
they still get their prize from the personal bounties. So even if they get last place, it's less money per bounty. But you still get a little bit of prize money for completing your personal bounties, even if you get last place in the league, which is, I mean, gives you a little bit of extra motivation to
Enemies
play.
got the ball.
Now we have Lunatic kind of slowly breaking away on that lead, but for Crazed Gaming, if they're being aggressive like this, they can just get a
Ball
sneaky
incoming.
plant in.
Yeah,
ball.
that's what could be a game changer. Is if they get a sneaky cap or two, because
We got the ball.
that being said, Lunartic just picks it up now. They
Perfect
might
kill.
be going for one.
We got the ball.
Yeah, they're gonna plant this one
Teammate scored. Ball incoming.
already. That gives them a big lead right there.
It's gonna be tough to get that 4K bounty,
New ball.
even if they are trying for it, just because 4K, that is a lot of damage right there, and when you only have such an amount of kills,
We got the ball.
plays,
Yeah.
lives, not
Especially
everyone's
when-
gonna get that.
Especially when all your whole team is doing work, it's kind of hard to get all that damage to yourself
Perfect kill.
because it's kind of
Ball incoming.
split between the players.
Double.
Right.
New ball.
Right now, Hulk and Obnoxious with 10 and 11 kills, but 9 and 7 for the other two, so they're not far behind.
And we did see Hulk get that plant.
Perfect kill.
Yeah. 59-21 score. I still think they're kind of just trying to play this out to get their damage, it seems like. If they did get that cap, maybe just to give a cushion. Maybe they were thinking what we were thinking. It's like,
Double.
I don't want to let them get a cap and all of a sudden.
Mm-hmm. It's a good
Now they,
strategy right there.
now they have a cushion. Now if they give up a cap, they're still fine. Oh, Hulk just accidentally needed his teammate there.
Oh man.
You're on a roll.
But it's okay.
We got the ball.
Nice. Killing three for him.
Yeah, Crazed started out pretty strong, keeping up with them, but for about the last minute and a half, they've been.
Enemies got the ball.
It is
behind
really
pretty good.
difficult to kind of stay neck and neck in with a team, especially of like Lunatic's caliber, just because all it takes is just one, big
Double.
play from their side,
Ball
a double
incoming.
kill,
New
or
ball.
spawn kill, something that it just gets out of hand. You
Yeah.
lose it. You really have to, communicate and just keep going kill for kill.
You get on that,
You got plenty for
rotation.
everybody.
and it's hard to get out of it if you're on the
Double.
if you're going against a team like this.
Killing
tell
French
you
for
what,
Hulk
just
as well. Oh my god, he's
Fast
just
hand.
flying around this map. Does decide to pick up that ball. It is possible if everyone's going for the 4K and they're fighting in with the team to get it,
Enemies got the
that
ball.
someone would just say, if I can't get it, no one can get it, and he stops going through the plant.
Yeah,
You've got the ball.
so they're just kind of like keeping the ball on their side of the field. So
You've got the ball.
you might go for one here. He's got the ball in their base.
He's thinking about it. Or we can see what we thought like last week, where they just completely forgot bounties
Ball
even
incoming.
existed.
No, I saw on their team chat, Lunartic was talking about one bounty in particular. They didn't talk about any of the other ones. They did mention when they go for one of these bounties. I'm not going to say which one, but
Fast hands.
there was thought into it.
Okay, so they are aware.
The team bounty that they were going for.
Perfect kill. You are
The team
bringing
bounty
all
is
kinds of pain.
running right for
Got
all.
5 minutes left.
Team bounties,
Ball
so
incoming.
everyone knows, that
New
gets your
ball.
team steal what they can spend on
Ooh, bloody knuckles.
either free agents or little perks or
Enemies
changes
got the ball.
to the game. If they're the home team, they can say add an extra grenade off spawn or change what the starting weapon is from like to a BR or different weapons like that. Little things like that.
Ball incoming. New
Or
ball.
snipe a player so that they can only play. They can't play, their best player or whatever.
Mm-hmm. I gotta say, after
Which is
the
probably
bidding for all these teams to see what kind of changes they make.
Yeah.
We got the ball.
And Lunartic is one that is going to have a lot of steel left. I don't see them changing their team. They have a pretty strong team here.
No. And they have a good opportunity to complete a few of these bounties.
That's a double.
Yeah.
Ball
And they're
incoming.
definitely not trying to get the extra
New
steel
We
to
got the ball.
make any team changes, which tells you that they're thinking about what they're going to be doing in these next couple of weeks as far as posts, advantages, or purchases that they can make.
We got the ball.
No. Somebody
got the
just
ball.
It
shuts
does
up.
make you feel a little bad for the team. You know how they feel when they're
Yeah,
We got
it's
the
what's
ball.
going to
rough.
happen. So we expected it. I don't know if they expected it or we didn't mention it. It's just
Yeah, they're troopers.
Ball
They're
in.
hard
hanging
team
in there.
players.
Yeah.
New ball.
10 seconds to sniper rifle.
You know, this is good footage that they can go back, review, look at what they're doing,
Yeah, for sure.
and work on their
Fast hands.
positioning a little bit. Because they were keeping up with them in the beginning. Kind of see what caused them to lose that control, that momentum.
Sharing the glory. Ball incoming. From the hip. New ball. That's a double.
See, now Hulk is
We got
just
the
kind
ball.
of hoarding the sniper.
Oh,
Very nice.
choked a little bit there. Did still got the trade, but he missed a couple of shots to finish Indestructible off.
Ball incoming. New ball.
Now Indestructible on back for that sniper. See if he can get anything with it. God, I can't even. I don't even know what he's looking at half the time. He's spinning around with his trigger.
He's gonna 360 no scope this guy.
Enemies got the ball.
It's hard to hit shots with that concept if you lose, I'm not gonna lie.
Enemies got the ball. 2-minute warning.
I wonder if he's doing this on purpose. 'Cause I don't remember him having this high last week.
Enemies
I don't remember either.
Ball incoming.
Oh, they went for another arm.
Yeah, they did. I guess they. Now they only need 8 more kills to win, so. I don't know if they're keeping track of how much damage they're doing. Maybe they feel like they got there and they're good to.
Well,
to go.
4K damage is about, what, 40 kills?
You're on a roll.
No.
That's a double.
Yeah, 31, 30, 25,
30.
and 17. But they've all been putting shots on them. It's not just the person getting the kill. Who knows how many
Center of
assists are
attention.
involved there.
We got the ball.
3 more kills.
We got 1 minute left. We got the ball. That's the match. Victory.
One more kill, we'll see soon enough.
Yep, there we go.
Oh, I
And
need one more invite, please.
Obnoxious is the only one that got a 4K that game. He actually almost got a 5K. Jeez.
Wow. Taking it from all... If he...
If you would have shared some of that damage.
Oh, man. Sinfasa tried.
Sinfasa, yeah. He's a great player. But Halo is... It is so hard. If you're getting spawn rotated like that and you don't have a team that can break it, it doesn't matter how good you are individually. You can't do anything against that.
If they did not get that last bomb plant and they got the extra 20 points in slays, everyone would have had it.
Probably. 22 assists and 32 kills for Obnoxious, having a good game. 17 deaths, though. Most on his team. Clearly playing aggressive that round. Oh, I forgot. I have to get you back in here again. Did you reset your Halo?
I did.
Okay. Hopefully it works this time. Did you get that invite?
I did.
Alright. Maybe this time it'll work. Let's look at these 2 weeks. We got top kills between these two teams. Sinfasa and Obnoxious both have 197 this season. Lowest would be Jackspan with 22, Wrecking with 42. Wrecking only played 2 games last week. That's all he's played. KD. Let's look at some KD here. Hulk, 2.53. 168, 129, 125. That's a pretty good KD between those 4 players. Storm lagging a little bit behind his team here. Alright.
Player, we do have Never Say Die, which is have 5 or less deaths.
5 or less deaths. And this is a Slayer game. Coliseum. Yep. We'll see how it goes. I think we'll see multiple, 2 to 3 of them get that. If I had to guess from what we've seen so far.
Okay, it's loading this time. I'm finally in this game.
Finally, 3rd time's a charm.
So weird.
Slayer, let's see what you can do.
Alright, let's see. Start with Hawk again. Going towards that sniper.
Very aggressive on that base. I like his movement just to kind of push in.
Quick off the block.
Now, if I was Crazed
Great
Gamer,
teamwork
I
there.
would just be a little defensive and just get 5 kills on each of those players.
It's gonna be tough though. I mean, this is pure Slayer. There's no OBJ, so people aren't gonna be risking their life as much as they would in an OBJ game. Or it's not as important if you die. Slayer is all about kills, so they just got their first kill on Obnoxious. A good nade by Sinfasa on the Hawk there.
And he
gets a finish.
See, that's what Sinfasa just needs to be doing. Just get those 5 kills. I mean, they don't have to at least get 20 kills in this match.
That's what I'm saying. I think 2 to 3 of them will probably end up getting that if they play as well as they have been so far.
I think 2. I don't know about 3 is very possible as well. But
well, right now it's 10 to 5, so at that rate, the score would end up being 25 to 50.
right now,
Which
Hulk,
means-
Obnoxious, and Savannah all have 2, so they only have 3 deaths to work with.
Yeah. So if they keep up with the pace they're going, then Crazed might be able to stop it from getting that bounty. But if
From the hip.
they get on a bit of a hot streak, then it'll be tough from there.
Obnoxious with this third death. We're like on death watch now.
Yeah, Requiem got 0. Requiem got 0, so he's the one with the best chance right now.
But that's the thing, you want to do what you need for the team, you want to be aggressive, play how you normally would play, but if you want that bounty, you gotta play a little differently.
Yeah, and individual bounty, remember, that gives you actual extra cash at the end of the season, no matter what place, whether it's first or sixth. So, it's money on the line there. Now we see it was 10 to 5, right? Now it's 20 to 6, so they're on a roll right now. Requiem just misses that snipe on some Fossey. Got the overshield.
That overshield's gonna cost his team some deaths.
Oh, there goes Hawk. So Hawk has
Sniper rifle in 10
3.
seconds.
3, Obnoxious has 3, and Savannah has 2. Savannah has 3 too. Requiem still with 0.
Sniper rifle's ready.
Oh, he might die here.
Uh-oh.
Maybe. And he
Yeah,
does.
he does. It all comes back to that overshield.
Yep.
But they are
Also got a
actually
great
there.
nade on Sylvanic, but he didn't realize it. Turned at the wrong time. Slowing down a lot here.
I'm surprised. And it's just to keep their deaths, so they already know they have 3 deaths out there.
Yeah.
They don't want to do anything super... They don't want to overextend too much.
It's so hard to play against a team like this because you know communication is on point. You can tell. As soon as somebody's weak, they run away one direction. They're getting hit by somebody else instantly.
You gotta feel a little nervous when you're one shot in that gun battle, if you should back off or have confidence in your shot to win that fight. Because if you don't, that costs you. All 4 of them might be getting it.
3-3-3-1. So and they're already only 6 points away.
21-9. Now it's 35-9. That is rough.
Oh, there goes Sylvanic again. So Sylvanic's the closest to busting on this one.
No, if he hits 5, he still gets it.
Yeah. Slow down again.
Obnoxious now has 4.
You know you're in a pretty good situation. You're just counting deaths rather than the final score to win, though. Oh. The Mike just took out a Hawk, so he's got 4 as well.
Yeah, but there's only 10 kills.
On us.
They need 3 kills. Oh yeah, Requiem got this. I don't
You're on a
see
roll.
him dropping this.
Yeah, you can see he's playing very cautious here. Oh, found some one shot.
Obnoxious has 5. Hulk has 4. Savannah 4. That is so scary, especially with that power weapon. Well, Safasa made his teammate over there, off screen.
Destructible has the target in his sights and just completely looks away.
That was a trade.
It's 5 for Obnoxious and 5 for Hulk.
It's
5
Savannah
kills to
Requiem.
go.
I mean, they just have to go for a trade on either of those players. That's really all they really need to do.
See how Hawk is playing, he's just staying in the blue corner right now. Not even trying to push out.
Requiem goes down,
dies, but he can't afford it.
Oh! gets the win over there at the box, so that was
Double.
One more
huge.
kill.
Next kill wins.
Although Obnoxious got 6.
Obnoxious did not, yeah.
So
That's the
my
match.
prediction was
Victory.
right. 2-3.
That was close. But it cost Requiem 2 deaths there at the end. Because he had to be the aggressor.
Yeah, which is, I mean, you could clearly see there. Think about it. Like, Hulk was just hiding in the blue corner, not even trying to poke out too much. So we got Hulk. Oh, where's the death at? Hulk with 5, barely making it. Sylvanic with 4, and Requiem with 3. Sylvanic only 5 kills. That's surprising. I guess he was probably playing more passive.
Just trying to make sure they got it.
Obnoxious probably feeling pretty annoyed. Killed 4 times by Indestructible, so we can pretty much thank Indestructible for that. Five perfect kills for Hulk. 67.6% accuracy.
Now we will
All right,
go into
CTF.
our Truth CTF. Another personal bounty here. In a CTF game, get 3 or more captures for your team. And there's another team bounty of 1 game of CTF in overtime.
Yeah, so that's gonna be interesting. Are they gonna let him cap 4 just to try and win overtime?
Oh, Noxious is in the stream. Thanks for the follow, man. And his team didn't want to break another personal.
Yeah, Obnoxious is
They
the
let you
richest, I
down.
think, in the league. It's him or Bards as far as personal bounties go.
Oh, man. They let you down there. But
I can
hey,
just
another
imagine.
opportunity. You can
He's
get a
weak,
free
asking for help,
capture
and
here.
everybody just lets him go.
Obnoxious is going to be the flag carrier. He gets 3 flags, and then he can laugh at them.
Nope. Kill your teammate as they're about to cap, so that you can get the cap instead.
Only
Never
5
have too many
flags in here.
Let's get some more.
3 or more captures, you get 25 steel for your own self. But if you win it in overtime, you get 200 steel for your team.
Yeah. So I imagine I'm going to try and get 3 caps, right? At least. So they're not just going to let it go 0-0 all the time.
Quick off the block.
If they decide to do that.
Obnoxious is immediately going for the flag. I love it. Because he wants to make up for those 6 deaths.
Yep. Nate comes from, was that his teammate?
No. I thought so too.
It doesn't look like it. He was up there with him.
They have our flag. The enemy flag has been returned.
So
Oh,
Foster
he's
takes him out.
though.
Double.
I got the return, actually. Both teams did. Reset.
If they were confident to get the 3 flags in overtime, which they could just stall this out the 11 minutes and go into overtime and then get 3 caps.
Such a gamble.
It is.
I think if the prior games were closer, a little closer than they have been,
Find our flag.
then I don't think they would even try it. But since they've been winning
Deliver the flag.
by a pretty wide margin, I think they might feel more comfortable doing that.
Returned our flag. Deliver the flag.
That was actually a really nice pull out of Indestructible. You got it pretty far.
We returned our flag. Enemies return their flag.
Demonic winning one-on-one with Hulk there. Requiem kind of just watching the whole thing happen, not helping too much.
He's just waiting for that flag carrier. Oh, get the nice flank on them though.
Double.
He gets 2 kills.
Toast that.
Back to win by
Center of
comfy.
attention.
Trent, thank you for subscribing for another 14 months.
14 months?
Or he's currently on a 14-month streak. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Months.
That's a long time. Awesome. Now tonight's match, I think, is actually going to be very, very contested. Okay, Mind-Boggling versus Rain. Rain's got a new roster now. Composure on there, just picked up.
Oh man, that's gonna be good.
I have no idea who's gonna win that. I couldn't tell you actually. I don't even have a good guess. I don't think Metro's gonna play again, but how did you join, Legend? It's on invite only.
Yeah, how did you join?
No, it's not.
It says joinable.
It's joinable?
Yeah.
Well, we're casting a game right now.
Perfect kill. You're on a roll.
That's awkward.
That's a double.
How did that change?
I had it set, right?
Yeah.
Defend our carrier.
It's weird. I didn't change anything.
Protect our carrier.
Honestly, it seems like Crazed is doing decent.
Enemies return their flag.
Yeah, they're not getting outplayed.
No, because he ran out of ammo. He's got no guns, no ammo. He's got 2 sticky grenades, a frag grenade. Picked up a VR. He kind of just sat there for like 2 seconds, like, what do I do now?
He's just like, weapon, where's the weapon on this map?
With the classic, throw all of my grenades.
You did pick up that camera.
Protect our carrier. They have our flag. The enemy flag has been returned.
I'm curious now. If after these results,
We returned our flag.
if after these results, if Crazed will make any changes this week or not. Because
I think they should.
they should, definitely they should. If they want to compete with some of these other teams, they'll make at least one change, I'd say. Possibly 2, to really be able to compete with some of the tougher teams. Now, this is probably the top roster right now,
Have the flag.
in my opinion. So it's not like it's just any roster. They're going against the top roster. Well, can you get the first cap? No, he's gonna.
Deliver the flag.
No, what?
Nobody wanting to cap that.
Our flag's back at base.
I guess I'd rather the team bounty than the personal bounty from the looks of it.
You know, this could also help them, hurt them in the other bounty.
Noxus just wiped health out with that nade. With which one?
The other bounty, the
4,000.
the
Damage.
average, shortest average kill.
Oh yeah.
No, the damage is only for bombard.
Oh, that's only for Bombard, huh? So that one's only obnoxious. Oh, backsmash. So far they have camera now, that's why.
Perfect kill.
But it's gonna hurt their have the shortest average kill distance. Because if they're getting more kills than the average kill distance, I mean, truth is pretty big.
Yeah, it is. It's wide open too. It's hard to get up close.
Yeah.
Most of the fights are further away unless they're like P2 or underneath one of the bases.
You're on a roll.
Tenfasa is a great player.
is a beast.
He does a lot of damage, even while in this tough situation, which is a test of his skill.
As a
Find our flag.
no, we see a pool. If somehow, I would love to see
Flag's been taken.
this.
Well, that's the risk.
Get
That's the
cap.
risk. Because all it takes is
Find our
one
flag. Protect our
wipe
carrier.
towards the end before overtime, and all of a sudden they win.
Right.
And they can do it. I mean, there's nothing. It's not impossible by any means. So that's the gamble.
Oh man, 3 members in their base.
Golden arm! What a throw!
Hail Mary by Requiem. Requiem 5E, which we figured out stands for fifth element, which me and I just walked through
You're
tonight.
on a roll!
Ammo's up.
Enemies return their flag.
Now, once we hit that overtime mark, I feel we're gonna go to that overtime mark.
Yeah, I think we are, unless, like I said, if Crazed happens to get a wipe at just the right time and gets across the map, that's all it takes. If 4 dead and you pulling the flag at the same time, that's pretty much a guaranteed cap. Doesn't matter how good the other team is.
I reckon I'm making good use of this camo. But it's tough just to get them to the other side.
Yeah,
The
I mean,
uphill battle hit the
Perfect
halfway
kill.
point.
You got plenty for everybody. And that's a triple.
the main thing on a map like Truth is just being able to get teammates that get consistent damage done. It's pretty much you be shooting at people the whole game because it's so open. If the other team is constantly putting damage on you off spawn, it's hard to get out of there.
2-minute warning.
But hopefully, I'm hoping after this series that Crazed Gaming sees that they
We lost Toast.
Do you want to end the game and start over with
We'll
1
call
minute
that
left?
one a draw.
I did.
But
I'll change the time limit to.
1
Do you
minute
want the
left.
overtime to be 5 minutes?
What's it set to right now?
5 minutes.
Yeah, just the standard overtime time.
Okay.
I'm hoping Crazy kind of sees what they're gonna need to do to be more competitive in the playoffs, though. Because obviously some changes are gonna have to be made to be competitive, and that's what we all want to see is a competitive. I've seen it from every other team; they're all trying to get the most competitive roster they have, solid rosters. Hopefully, Crazy Gaming follows suit.
I don't know if Toast is coming back or not.
How can you tell from there, Helgard?
Some Fasta says, Toe said he's done. So is Dead Silence gonna play?
Is Dead Silence around?
He was supposed to play in the other two, but it didn't seem like he showed up.
I'll message Jax and see if it might have to be a forfeit then in that case. Just messaging the captain for Crazed Gaming. 1 minute.
All right.
Okay, it doesn't look like they're gonna have a fourth, so we're gonna go ahead and end it then.
All right.
In, let's see, 10 p.m. Eastern, which is 1 more hour, will be Rain versus Mind Boggling, which is going to be, like I said, I don't know who might win that one. Mind Boggling, you got. Actually, let me just pull up those rosters real quick on the stats so we can take a little sneak peek at it.
Let's see.
Composure, new player, hasn't played, and Sway, also new player for Mind Boggling. So these two teams have been making changes. They've picked up who is Timmy and Sway so far for Mind Boggling, and Rain has picked up Canadian Walrus and MGA Composure, and Benji, actually. Those are so 3 team changes so far for Rain, 2 for Mind Boggling. looking at that, I don't think Vetra's going to play again, who is a very good player, but now you have Nikolai, Canadian, Composure, and Benji. That's a strong roster, even without Vetra playing. Sway, I've never seen play before, so if he plays, it'll be interesting. His stats decent on Halo Waypoint, but that doesn't tell you much until you see him in the game.
It's gonna be a close one.
But Shepherd Bards, who is team, we know they're all good. Nobody's legend can hold his own. So no matter what rosters get set up for mind-boggling, it's going to be competitive against Reigns. That should be a fun one to watch, in my opinion. What do you favor looking at those rosters?
I'm gonna give the edge to Rain a little bit, just because Composure. I played with him the other night. He was playing really well. Canadian has been practicing, so he's been shooting pretty top notch, and it's just gonna be an aggressive team.
Yeah, Composure's not. He can't play aggressive, but he's more of a. He plays his angles. He positions himself well.
He has a good kind of like that anchor role where he
Yeah.
can just kind of let like Nikolai Canadian just start causing chaos, going out there putting shots down, and he'll be there to kind of maintain the angles, the cutoffs, the routes, the clean up kills, just kind of be that all around player that they need. And Benji, he's going to be a strong slayer as well to help out. So it's gonna be close.
I'm gonna predict a Rain win 3-2. That's what I'm gonna.
I was
predict.
thinking the same thing.
Not Requiem. It's we're gonna end it. All right. We don't want to. It's not a 4v4. We're not gonna play it. So, GGs to you guys.
GG's, everyone.
Curious about Sway. I'm hoping he's playing. I know he was having some internet issues. His Wi-Fi has been down for like the last 30 hours. Hoping. I haven't checked for a while, but I'm hoping he's gonna be able to play it just so we can see him play. I've never seen him play ever. He's EU, so it's gonna be like 3 in the morning for him. But he's still.
Oh man.
But all right, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. Thank you guys for watching. Catch you guys in another hour for the next series.
Catch you all. Peace out, everyone.